you, Makgala. Just in terms of the water situation, has there been any resolutions?
Good morning, Desiree. According to what we are hearing on the ground, people are saying that actually the situation has gone from bad to worse. There's not improvement or development. You will remember, as you mentioned, that residents embarked on a shutdown last year in January, and actually before they even started with that shutdown, Mosa actually drowned in the weekend before they started with that shutdown, and that angered the community even more. But the situation now is still the same according to what we are hearing on the ground. You will remember, after that shutdown, we had ministers coming down to meet with residents, including Minister of Human Settlement, Water and Sanitation, Lindiwe Sisulu, trying to engage with communities where promises were made, including the fact that about 5,000 water tankers will be provided or distributed in Maluti A-Phofung, and the fact that about 220 million rand will be spent as a short-term solution on these issues of water. Of course, the long-term, it was said that about 2.1 billion will be needed to ensure that this situation, or rather this challenge, is resolved permanently. So ahead of the visit of the Deputy President David Mabuza tomorrow, we are here on the ground just to try and getting what is happening on the ground. And with me here, I have some of the councillors in the municipality. I have the DA councillor Alson Oates, who will take us through some of the development in this municipality. Thank you very much for joining us. Is there any improvement since last year after shutdown?
Honestly, truly, service delivery has not improved. We have been trying, the efforts have been put into place to try to improve things, but the infrastructure is really dilapidated. Eskom, for example, believes that it will cost 1.8 billion to upgrade our electricity infrastructure. So if I can just use an example of Harrismith Town, every time there's a thunderstorm or load shedding, the infrastructure gets affected. We did some sums and we worked out that in this month of March, only 15 days was there electricity in the whole of the town of Harrismith, because the infrastructure is just totally dilapidated. Exactly the same thing is the problem with water supply.
You talked about the deal between a municipality and the Deputy President. Just briefly take us through that.
Well, Eskom came with a proposal in about November or December, suggesting that they would take over the electricity supply in Maluti A-Phofung. Now, this deal was brokered by the Office of the Deputy President and and Treasury and COPTA, but I'm afraid some of the councillors were sitting in the meeting and refused. They said they were going to die if they accepted this proposal. There are obviously things that have to be addressed in it, but if Treasury and COPTA and the Deputy President have all made a suggestion, then I cannot understand why they would make a flawed suggestion.
Thank you very much. That is the DA councillor Alson, just taking us through some of the developments. I have the MAP 16 convener. You will remember, Desiree, that there were 16 ANC councillors that were expelled, and out of them 15 councillors contested independently, and they managed to win 10 wards. So we are with the convener of the MAP 16 right now. Ntate Paratani Mutlong, just take us through. Is there any development since last year?
I must categorically state clearly that there's no difference really. In actual fact, you put it succinctly that the situation has gone from bad to worse. You would have seen as you drove into the municipality how dirty it is. There's waste all over the show. There's sewage spillage all over the municipality. Nothing really has come out of the visits that we have had from the different top government officials who have been here, the likes of Mercy Sulu. She came here at the time when we had a shutdown because of lack of water, and she promised to invest an amount of 220 million so that we could deal with the issue. But I must say that, even with the 220, as it has become normal now in the country, a lot of corruption manifested itself with the 220 million that was given to Citibank as an agent to deal with the issues. We are still in a situation where you have many areas in the municipality that do not have running water. I can tell you, I woke up this morning without running water at home, and that has been the case for almost 2 weeks now. And unfortunately also, or what makes matters worse, there's not even enough communication from the municipality when we are going to experience difficulties and so on. So in everything, really, the kind of communication that they give to our people is very minimal. So we are really in a very bad state, man.
How are you feeling about the visit of the Deputy President David Mabuza tomorrow in an oversight visit?
I think it's a dump visit, if I may put it that way, if there's anything like that in English. It's a dump visit. We don't expect much out of it. So many of our top government officials have been here, like I indicated earlier. And in the main, I'm made to understand the Deputy President is here to deal with issues of service delivery. And he's one of those really, one of those who are very a dubious character himself, So we don't really expect much out of the visit. We will hear what he has to say. But I must say, we can't really start celebrating anything only because the Deputy President is coming here.
Thank you very much. That is the MAP 16 convener, Paratlani Mutlong, just taking us through their expectations, even about the visit of the Deputy President tomorrow. They are saying that they are really not expecting much because they have seen, even with the previous visits, that there were no changes even after that, as he was talking that the issue of money that was set aside, the 220 million rand, it came out, but still the situation remains the same. I'd like to bring in the EFF Councillor Mosa Mbele just to take us through what they are feeling as the party about the visit of the Deputy President tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining us. What are you expecting tomorrow on the oversight visit by the Deputy President? We do know, of course, that even last year after the shutdown, Minister Lindiwe Sisulu was here. Are there any changes?
Look, let me first correct that. I'm the Secretary of the Region of Thabo Mofokeng. My name is Mosa Mbele. As the economic freedom fighters, we want to state categorically that our municipality is in a state of paralysis. Our municipality over the years has totally collapsed. Clearly, the municipality of Maluti A-Phofung, under the leadership of the ANC, they do not have the interest of our people at heart. So till today, nothing has changed. Our people are still experiencing water shortages. Our people are still don't have the likes of water in their own respective households. The most important thing is that the roads all over Maluti A-Phofung are in a very terrible state. So nothing has changed. We have had different visits from various officials, but till today the situation has worsened. So the visit of the Deputy President tomorrow, there's nothing obviously to write home about. We assume that is going to be just a mere political visit. It is going to be a futile exercise like any other officials that have came in Maluti A-Phofung previously.
Okay, thank you very much for taking us through that. Of course, we will be going on the ground just to speak to the residents about their experiences on the ground. Desiree?
Makgala, thank you so much for that update and, of course, those details of the Deputy President visiting the Free State tomorrow. Presidency has just released a statement saying the President will conduct an oversight visit to Chaba in the Maluti A-Phofung local municipality in the Free State. It's the second service delivery oversight by the Deputy President since making an undertaking to Parliament during questions for oral replies to intervene in service delivery hot spots. The visit also falls within the context of the district development model for accelerated, aligned and integrated service delivery that speaks to the urgency required to turn around municipalities experiencing challenges. That's the word from the President.